In the depths of history's darkest alleys, a haunting figure emerges, the eunuch, a soul torn from their own body, forced to walk the fine line between worlds. You are one such soul, ripped from the familiarity of life, as the cold, unforgiving steel bites deep and your world goes silent. Subscribe to Think What If for more stories that push your imagination to the edge. The pain is a blinding storm, a maelstrom of agony that threatens to consume you whole. You hear the muffled voices of those around you, their words distant, as if spoken from beneath the waves. The air is thick with the stethoscope of antiseptic and fear. You try to scream, but your voice is barely a whisper, lost in the chaos of your own mind. What would you do now, as your body betrays you and your future hangs in the balance? The faces above you blur, their features melting like wax in a furnace. As the darkness recedes, you're met with an unsettling silence. Your mouth is dry, your throat parched. You try to move, but your body feels heavy, as if weighted down by lead. The realization hits you like a tidal wave. You're no longer whole. The weight of that truth is crushing, a physical force that presses upon your chest. You gasp for air, but it catches in your throat. How do you begin to process the loss of a part of yourself? You awaken to find yourself in a world both familiar and strange. The sun beats down upon your skin, warm and unforgiving. You are in a courtyard, surrounded by high walls that seem to stretch up to the heavens. The sound of fountains and birdsong fills the air, a stark contrast to the turmoil that churns within you. You are dressed in fine silks, adorned with jewels that glimmer in the sunlight. But none of this matters, for you are no longer the person you once were. The weight of your loss settles upon you like a shroud, suffocating. How far would you go to survive in this new reality? The days blend together in a haze of training and servitude. You learn to navigate the intricate politics of the harem, where one misstep can be fatal. You are taught to sing, to dance, to weave intricate patterns with your hands. Your instructors are stern, demanding perfection. But beneath the surface, a fire burns within you, a flame of resentment, of anger, of defiance. You begin to plot, to plan, to dream of escape. But the walls are high, the guards vigilant. Can you find a way to overcome this? The phrase echoes in your mind, "I am still here," a mantra of resilience. As you navigate this treacherous landscape, you find solace in the company of others like yourself. The camaraderie of the eunuchs is a double-edged sword, offering comfort in shared suffering, but also reminding you of what you've lost. There's Marcus, the wise elder who has seen it all. There's Jax, the young one, full of fire and rebellion. And then there's Lyra, the enigmatic beauty who seems to hold secrets within her smile. Who will you trust, and who will betray you? The politics of the harem are deadly. Loyalty is a luxury few can afford. The years pass, and you rise through the ranks, becoming a trusted advisor to the emperor himself. You wield power, subtle but significant. You whisper in the emperor's ear, influencing decisions that shape the fate of empires. But with each step forward, you are reminded of what you've lost. The harem is a prison, a gilded cage that holds you captive. You see the world through the bars, tantalizingly close, yet impossibly far away. What price will you pay for your position, and what will you do when it's taken away? The emperor's favor is fleeting, his wrath devastating. One day you receive a message, smuggled into your chambers on a scrap of silk. It's from a group of rebels planning to overthrow the emperor. They offer you a choice: join them and you'll be rewarded with your freedom. Refuse and you'll suffer the consequences. The note is unsigned, but the words speak directly to your soul. Do you take the risk, or do you play it safe? The temptation of freedom is a siren's call, beckoning you towards the rocks of destruction. The night of the rebellion, the palace is ablaze with torchlight and terror. You move unseen, a ghostly figure in the shadows. The rebels are fierce, but the emperor's guards are loyal. You see the leader of the rebellion fall, struck down by the emperor's own hand. At that moment, you know what you must do. With a deep breath, you step forward, into the light. The emperor's eyes lock onto yours, and for a moment, you see a glimmer of understanding. It's a fleeting moment, lost in the chaos. The blade falls, swift and merciless, but it's not your body that feels the pain, it's the emperor's. You stand tall, the weight of the blade still in your hand, as the world around you descends into madness. "I am still here," you whisper, the phrase echoing in your mind like a mantra. "I am still here. I am still here." At this moment, you're not sure if it's a statement of fact or a prayer. In the aftermath, you stand amidst the ruins, the palace burning behind you. You are free, but at what cost? The world stretches out before you, a vast expanse of uncertainty. You take a step forward, into the unknown, and another, and another. The city lies before you, a labyrinth of possibilities. You breathe in deeply, the scent of smoke and freedom filling your lungs. You are no longer bound by the walls of the harem. You are no longer defined by your loss. You are alive, and that's all that matters. As you disappear into the crowd, you realize that freedom is not the absence of pain, but the presence of choice. You have a choice to make, a path to forge. Will you let the scars of your past define you, or will you use them to shape your future? The world doesn't owe you anything, but you owe it to yourself to live, to truly live, not as a eunuch, not as a slave, but as a human being. The phrase echoes in your mind one last time, "I am still here." And with that, you step into the unknown, ready to face whatever comes next. Subscribe to Think What If for more worlds you should never forget.